live and live in color. Somewhere in Alberta. Cheers. Yes.
How do you use that stuff? It's really great. It's a little pricey.
But that's garbage. Oh yes. Let's organize. Now that I have time, oh right, I was doing leather work yesterday. We'll remember these, right? These are pretty handy. Okay, anyhow, I'm trying to clean up. Oh yes, and I have a multitude. These are building hot rods. There's so many different U-joints configurations you can buy. I'm aware of this because often I end up with one that isn't the right configuration, and I buy another. So I do have a few of these laying around. In fact, I venture a guess that I could probably build a pretty cool car out of some of the parts that have ended up you find in other cars you have extra parts. It's not always a mistake. Sometimes you order parts and then you change the plan. It's like building a house. You start building your house and go, oh, I think I need a window there. You know, you're building a car. Hey, how about another 700 horsepower? Oh, so now we got to change rear end, suspension, steer, everything. Steering. So I do have a bunch of this stuff laying around. It is pretty handy. Sorry, I had a hammer in my hand. You can't have enough of these. Several different brands, varying from the ones you buy off the tool truck to, well, Annie made me this one out of wood, which does come in handy. I've actually, on many occasions, I've taken a piece of birch, a tree, cut a chunk this long, drill a hole in it, makes a great hammer for some things you're doing. So, we do that. Okay, now here's the rag joint. You can do many different styles here. But by the way, any questions or anything, shoot. Other than that, I'm trying to organize my toolbox and babbling. So, you can have this on your steering box, or a rag joint, which is very close to what the factory did. This one is set up to fit on, and I did it. There's many different aftermarket manufacturers. And this goes to a 9/16 double D, which would have been great, except I needed a 5/8 double D. So anyhow, I have one of these now, which is great. I will use it.
Okay, so Richard says, good evening, my friends in Alberta.
Oh, right on, Richard from Alberta. Cool. Good evening to Richard.
Woody Smith says, hey, Blair.
What Smith was that?
Woody Smith.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you said Blaine.
Built It Customs, how you doing? I'm here from Marysville, Washington.
Oh, far out, man. Right on. Now, do they have snow?
Good evening.
Excellent. Excellent. Now,
Can you say neck hurts fast 10 times? It'll help my day.
neck hurts fast, neck hurts fast, neck hurts. No. I'm going to find out what you're up to later. So, yes. So, I went driving around looking for a cool old cars, 20s, 30s, Essex, Model A, Chevy, whatever. I went the wrong direction. I went east. There was absolutely nothing. Nothing. So I went west. We found a few. So I started talking to a couple old timers. That means older than me. And might have found a couple cool vehicles. What was that, Lou?
Newf Dog for T5 says hi from Newfoundland.
Oh yeah, far out. Good day to you.
It is 7:32 here.
Yes. Yes. So out there, Newfoundland, I thought was 2.5 hours ahead. I thought. I'm not sure.
Hi Blair, Cat here.
Oh, hey, Cat, right on. Excellent. Don't let her see outside that it's snowing, because we're kind of hoping she's going to come up here, right?
Hello Blair from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Tell Cassidy said hello too.
Oh, yes. Yes. I will, if she'll come back. She will be back at some point.
Hi from Virginia Beach. hi from Nova Scotia.
Wow, these all sound like places with no snow.
Jeff and Wendy, say hi.
Right on. All right.
Mark Lawrence loves seeing you work with Cassidy.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And it's so much easier when you're working with somebody else, you know? You're kind of not really feeling motivated, you know? It's 10 minutes to 8, and you're thinking maybe I'll go to the store and get another coffee. But you know, they're going to bust you for it. So you go to work.
We're getting a hi from New York City.
Holy, New York City. Isn't that's way east, way south. Pretty late there. But of course, New York never sleeps. Right on.
A little like organizing while we chat, Dustin says.
Yes, light organizing, thank you. Yeah, I have been winning. I mean, this has been a battle since we got back because I was gone for so long.
Kat says, thank you for sending Cassidy back to me.
You're most welcome, Kat. It was not my first choice. And if she hadn't whined sufficiently, well, anyhow, she's back because Lou helped her out. I was conveniently forgetting to buy her a return ticket.
The question was, did you get new tools yet?
Not yet. You see, that's what this is about. I'm looking through my toolbox, which is not pretty. I need, you know, one of the guys in the focus group mentioned his place he worked at. They had a whiteboard and they did black around the tools. So the minute you walk in, you go, wow, I can see what's missing. Well, that's freaking awesome. That's a good way to do it. In my toolbox, I got to do something different. But that's what I want to do if I want to find some kind of organizer. So that the minute, at the end of the day, you go to close the toolbox, you go, wait a minute, where's the grapple grommet? I know I had it, it's not there, and I can go find it. So that's kind of an important thing for me to get organized, definitely.
Richard wants to know, is plastic or wood blocks better for sanding body work?
Ooh, you know, I've used plastic. That's a great question. Wood, depending on the thickness, isn't as flexible. Most of the stuff, like we're using this high-tech weird Gizmotron stuff, you have to watch because over time it can get warped, which is all right if you're sanding something that has that curve. These stay really straight. I've been really impressed, but you have to pay attention to them. I've used wood ones a lot of time, but they generally have zero flex and you got to glue some rubber to them. It depends, you know, there's so many different things where we make our own blocks. Long ones for outside curves. I have some blocks, you put metal rods in them to make them more flexible or less. So that's a really tough question to answer properly. They're all good if it's working for you, is what it comes down to. I've seen guys glue, you know, 4-foot 2x4 and staple even, which sounds weird, but if you're doing rough sanding, it's all right, and block out the side of a car, gonna be black. So, don't argue with success, my dad always taught me.
And Sue sees a drill press behind you.
We do see a drill press behind me. The problem with said drill press is somewhere here, which is why I'm trying to get organized, you have your belt tensioning pulley in the middle, which has a bushing and a bearing in it. Mine wore out. I got this from a friend of mine, Killer. Killer gave me this 15 years ago. Why do I call him Killer? He rode a KLR motorcycle, okay? He was a really good guy, actually. He still is. So, Killer gave that to me. The bushing wore out, so I have to replace it. And I need to replace the window in my glass booth. So I called around trying to find a place. Something got lost in translation. So I have to get that. Oh, and Midland Machine. Awesome people they are. They have a new motor coming for me for my bead roller. You know, you can do anything without the fancy tools, but wow, it's nice to have. So my bead roller will be up and running again. I've had it for 20 years. It's been an awesome machine. So I'll get that fixed. I mean, I'm back. Organize the tools. Get some more shelving, hopefully tomorrow. Get the tools set up better. Repair the tools that I do have. It's time. I gotta get serious. I've been gone 5 freaking years. So.
You had a good day from Australia.
Oh, yeah, Australia. Oh, as a matter of fact, We got a call from Australia yesterday. And there's a 72 Chevelle within half an hour of here that is going to Australia. The fella's dad, the family had the car. Dad bought it brand new, and they want it repaired and shipped to Australia. I'm pretty excited about that. It's a cool car. So sometime this week, maybe we'll even show you some video. We're gonna go look at that car. It's pretty nice. 4-speed car, might be 3-speed, I wouldn't know, but standard, big block, I believe. Pretty cool freaking car.
And Johnny says, hey Blair from Auburn, Alabama.
Wow, that's a long, oh, they don't get any rust, I bet. Man, that'd be nice.
And Caribou Outlaw says hi.
Oh, far out.
Grandma House.
Do you still have your Facebook page? Sorry, I was reading some of your posts.
A local friend of Bad Chad's says, hey.
Hey,
what's your
wow.
channel?"
I do watch some Bad Chad. He's doing some cool stuff right now. Him and his son. He's fired up a bit of a new channel apparently. It's kind of cool. It's cool to watch a guy doing what he wants to do on his own terms, his own way. And upon meeting him, I met him and Jolene, and I thought, wow, they were really cool people to talk to. Enjoyed the company. So.
Matt at Legacy is reporting in.
Hey, it's about freaking time. I mean, he's probably still working. The guy works 7 days a week. But
They want to know when I'm going to start to build the motor.
okay, I showed him the motor earlier. I
I
have,
need shelves first.
yes, apparently, yes. Oh, okay. I need shelves first, of course. What are you thinking? So, yeah, I need shelves first. I have one small block on the engine stand, which is in really good shape. I cracked a head. Kind of thought maybe Lou, my dad, would make up a list, take it apart, and then I don't know if that one's going to need machining or not. And I have another small block here. We want to put together a motor for my daughter's Camaro. So I also want to get her rad support welded up and put back in her car so I can start hanging the fenders to do the gaps on them, because the doors are pretty much done. But we do have the Firebird together now. And if you saw our update, I'm cleaning out part of the lean-to. I'm gonna put my coffee down. I'm gonna be awake all night drinking too much caffeine. So, I've got to clean out the lean-to, put the car in there, but I got to get some shelves to put the 64 Pontiac and the Camaro parts on. And then Lou can start doing motors. And at the same time, during the day, my work time, I'll be priming the Nomad. So.
There's somebody looking at the Sydney Harbor from level 25 while watching you freeze.
Sydney Harbor? You mean like Australia? Sydney? By the Opera House?
And yes,
Or-
eventually I'm going to rebuild the 326 when it gets back from New Brunswick.
Oh, okay. Yes, she will do the 326. Absolutely. That's cool. And Doug in Saskatchewan, remember where that Camaro's going. 69 convertible, remember? Yeah. And there's something I wanted to ask
Hello,
people.
Patrick. From Angelado.
Oh, hey, Pat, Angelado. You know, okay, because I want to get your car in sooner rather than later. I was kind of thinking Firebird goes out, we might be able to put the car up because I want to start drilling. There's a lot of drilling to fix the part I want. He's got a side of the roof rusty and below the drip rail rusty. It's kind of a cool job.
Which means the next question means not for a while. When are you doing your Pontiac?
That's a very good question. Spectre got me a fuel tank and sending unit, which I moved today and went, oh my word, this thing's still in the box. I've got just about every part here. That's the motor that Lou can do.
There's no snow in Pittsburgh yet.
Oh, wow, nice.
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Well, they're not far behind us. The Pontiac has to come in. I don't know where Cassidy gets off thinking she can just go home. If she had stayed, I would have had the Camaro done. We would have had the Pontiac. She could have done a bunch of welding and some panels. But no, she had to go home. So, anyhow, it's definitely coming in.
And we don't talk politics on this channel.
Absolutely not. No.
Just so the question's answered.
Oh, okay, someone was asking if I would.
Well, somebody was asking my opinion.
Oh, no, I'm about cars, man. Yeah, we all have our opinions at a different venue, you know. This is cars.
709 new feet. Blair, it's been 6 weeks, 3 days, 6 hours, 24 minutes, and 37 seconds away from Mike. How do you feel?
From my what? Mike?
Mike.
Give or take, but who's counting, right? Yes, I think Monday morning, Cassidy's back
With Mike.
with Mike. Yeah, Lou was talking to Mike yesterday. So.
Ken. The hot water heater?
Oh, yeah, Ken, man. Yeah, Ken is an experienced hand at bodywork. Many things, quite diversified. He's also going to be down around the Okanagan. Lucky guy. Of course, this is pretty much Okanagan weather. If you take away a few inches of snow and crank the temperature up 10 degrees, it's pretty much the same.
So somebody says get Tool Grid for your toolboxes.
Tool Grid. I'm not familiar with
It's a
tool.
Canadian company.
And is that a type of tool, or is it something you put in your toolbox besides tools? Is it mats? Oh, Matt. Who said Matt? Oh, my word. We need Matt. That's what we need. Matt.
Run says hi.
You know, an honorable apprentice would be a pretty amazing thing about now. There's a lot of work, but I mean, I have to get organized first, and that's the thing.
Well, here's one for you. What's up, Gramps?
Gramps!
Well, you went to a grandkid's birthday.
Of course, wow. They're obviously not within an hour's driving distance of me to say that. Oh, sorry. Yes, it's a beauty day. So yes, we got to go see the kids smear cake all over everything. Yeah, this place has to be organized, and then an honorable apprentice would be cool. The problem with, training someone, the minute you show them the fun stuff, wouldn't you agree? That's what they want to do. They know how to weld. Well, that's all they want to do. And I get that. I was the same.
Wade and Daryl say hi.
Oh, right on. Good day, Wade. Daryl. Cheers. Oh, yeah, and I did get comments about my unfinished roof. That will be finished. Right now I got to finish the lean-to and some insulating there to put out Smokey the Firebird. Maybe go for a drive. Lou's got to go out and do some donuts out in the field. Frozen ground should be safe, shouldn't hurt too many things. Yeah, so I mean, I'm hoping to get this cleaned up, and I'm going to go in and go to Pat's Auto and try to get some way to organize my tools up better in my toolbox, get it set up. It would save me a lot of time. I don't know. I guess that's good editing. You don't see me going, where's my freaking wrench? And I'm running around the place trying to find it and realize it's in my back pocket. So I need this organized. I need not about, still got a packing slip. Stuff like this laying around. So
what's yours, David's Camaro?
well, geez, that's something I should know, isn't it? 80? 81? No, she's looking at an 80, let's say. Let's say it's an 80. I believe it is. 80 Camaro Berlinetta, but it's a T-roof car, and it's a factory standard car. So Murray from A1 Transmission, but Murray and I have worked on many builds together. He went over the transmission for us and checked it out, and he said it's good to go. So we have the transmission already, forks all cleaned up. Mr. Meticulous, you'll see him in the video the next day or two. He went by his shop. He went through the transmission for us. Lou's gonna do a motor. We have a couple interiors to choose from. So Bailey's been stripping things apart. She went and bought a parts car. I took her rims and tires to go across the country, but we'll figure that out soon. So it's sitting right here, and I've got to weld up the rad support, and I got to do that soon so I can start doing gaps, which is
So
all.
Roland wants to know what kind of grease you used in the new V-joint in the Firebird.
Excellent question. It's got a little flag on it, black and white squares. Quaker State? The grease. I forget, man. I mean, I should know that. look, people get very brand oriented, and that's great. If you like something, stick with it. I say never argue with success. So I find some stuff, I use it. I find some other stuff, I'll use that. Until I really, somebody finds a reason that I should use their stuff. I used to buy any masking tape I wanted. And then Scott from Pat's Auto said, Blair, do you know why you're buying that tape? And he gave me a demo on the different tapes. And I realized, wow, I should be buying that tape. Costs a little bit more, but now I know why. So just having someone say, wow, this is a great product, you gotta buy it. It doesn't go with me. I gotta know why. And then I'll pay.
Here's a nomad question. How many boxes of sandpaper did it take to do the whole car?
That's a great question. Okay, so we've been using, I'll be right back. So, I get paid nothing for this, by the way, but we've been using this. We used 3 boxes, one and a half, and then we had to finish the 2. We're in the middle of our 3rd box of 40 grit. Then 80 grit, we refine the scratches. So we've only done about a box of the 80 grit. We've been using this. You can bend it, rip it off 1 square at a time. It's Velcro, so you can actually stick it on, use it, rip it off, put on a different grit, and then put the old one back on, which actually happens. Because it saves money, because paper is brutally expensive. So,
Jeff is from Sydney too. Well, he's actually from Fort St. John and Peace River, but he's in Sydney.
Australia?
He's a long way from home. He says, miss it, winter too.
Wow, that is cool. That's really cool, man. Well, no, it's very warm. In fact, I'd say isn't it your hot time down there right now? Other side of the world. That's pretty cool. And what would take you all the way from Fort St. John to Sydney?
Can't be the big spiders.
Yeah, that's true. Big spiders.
Wade wants to know if you're going to do something with the old black Chevy in the future.
The old black Chevy. Now, he might mean the Pontiac because it's on the Chevy frame with the Chevy motor. Black Chevy. Not sure.
Angle Auto says maybe you can fix the door in the right rear quarter panel. Maybe. LOL.
This is one of the things when you're working on a car, the phone rings and says, hey, by the way, while you're at it. That's how little jobs get really big. Yes, actually, we're going to fix up the structure problems we see, and then we'll probably have some fun, knock out the door. The quarter, yeah, I think it had a prang up in the bottom. Anyhow, absolutely, Patrick, we'll be talking. And, if you want to make a body man happy, you be like Patrick. You send abrasives to check out just to see which ones you like best. That's a smart move.
So the tool grid is an organizing system for all your tools. Works with all, and you won't need to buy a new toolbox.
Tool grid.
Tool grid.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to look up and see what that means. That would be presuming that I had a complete set of anything in here, because I don't.
No, Dave has this figured out. Hello from Ohio.
Dave.
Moonshine sitting by my fireplace. Where in Ohio?
Yeah, I was going to say, that's more than an hour's drive too, lucky for him. Wow, and Dave, no, he's in Idaho. A friend of mine, he just picked up a Model A he's going to chop, and I've been going, wow, it'd be good to go hang out with him for a day and help do some cutting. So again, if you're within a day's drive or so, and you got some cool project coming up you want to hand with for a day, send me a message on Instagram, which is blair.smith. and the number 2. Tell me about it, because I like to get out of Dodge.
And Matt, I would say the best car would have to be the Firebird at this time. It was amazing traveling.
Matt was asking what's the
You want
best?
to know what my favorite car was.
Oh,
Of course, the 69 Camaro, but I didn't get to travel in it, so.
yes. She really wants a 69 Camaro convertible.
But the Firebird was amazing to travel in.
I mean, I've still got Rock Sled, the 60 Chevy Delivery. And I think I'd like to do that up. That's the thing, you get spoiled. So Cassidy's been helping out for a week, and so much work gets done. Suddenly you're 10 feet tall. And oh boy, we could build that car and that car and that car. Now I know where Mike was coming from. Oh yeah. Yeah, he'd list 20 cars. Let's do that next month. So that's how it
There's a
happens.
question about your hat. Where'd you get it from and what's the name of it?
Granville Island Hat Store on Granville Island on the coast down by Vancouver. They've been just awesome. There's new owners now with the store, but yeah, I order them up. I used to order 4 at a time. They're great hats. There's a place in Niagara on the Lake apparently that sells them as well. These are actually Bailey hats. There is a Smith built Lou went to in Calgary. I was kind of hoping to have them build me up a hat. I would really like that. And I get a lot of call for people asking where they can get such a hat. Makes me go, I should go talk to someone who makes these hats. Cause,
Yes, Blair does need glass for the Sound Blaster cabinet.
oh yeah, oh wait. Well, I need glass, the window opening, but I use glass in the booth. Brandon Allen gave me a bunch of glass bags for blasting with, but I need a glass window for it, but I'm having trouble having a place that'll cut it for me in a timely fashion. And she's not reading all the questions apparently because she's having a bit of a giggle fest over there. And I don't even know if I want to know. So.
Yes, and comment, you need to get Cassidy back to help with all the cars.
Yes, and I think what everybody should do, what's her YouTube channel? Cassidy McCowan?
Yep.
Cassidy?
Bodywork.
Cassidy McCowan, Bad Bros Bodywork. You need to go on her channel and you need to comment. You should go back to Blair's. She can do all the footage she wants up here for her channel. And because me and her work great together and get all these projects done. So yes, that's what you should do. Help me out here.
Rob from New Zealand says hi.
Wow, man, these people, I want to go. Is it a long drive to New Zealand?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But there's so many cool cars in that part of the world. They didn't deteriorate over the years like ours did, like less salt, right? Less snow.
How many bowler hats do you own?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can see 9 from where I'm at. Probably a bunch. I try to keep a couple nice Sunday go to meeting hats that don't get messed up. And then I have my work hats. That's why I wear a brown one to match my brown. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so I like to mix and match my colors. This is the black one. Jeez. I have quite a few.
So, yeah.
I want to get a gray one.
I was wondering if it was multi-purpose grease, wheelbarrow grease, lithium grease.
The grease I use? Oh, geez, no, that is the same stuff I use for greasing an excavator or cylinders on a hole. It's just grease. Wheel bearing grease, I buy, and I usually use the red stuff, but not because I know the science behind it. It's just the brand I've always bought. That's how marketing works, right?
This is kind of cute. Did you steal that hat from Frosty the Snowman?
No, I did not. But I have to say, as a side note, I do. A friend of my dad's and mine lives in town here. His name is Jack Frost. Yeah, I didn't believe it, but it's true. Very cool, dude.
Hi to Art Jordan, says hey Blair.
Wow.
Jerry Isaac said hi.
Oh, hey, cheers. Right on.
And Wade says that 29 or 31 show.
The car that I showed earlier is a 22. Is that the question?
I think that he was asking when you were going to work, if you were going to work on it. It's
Oh,
already
sorry.
done.
The Model A? Because that's a 29. Well, it could be a 28, but I believe it's a 29. So the Model A is just outside. I was chopping the roof on that. And then that was just for fun, me every day. So I was doing a bit every day for an hour. And then the Nomad showed up and I realized I needed to focus more on that. I'm bringing the Model A back in, but that's when I just went, come on, let's get organized. Tools, parts, everything.
Daniel Starr from Burlingame says hi.
Birmingham?
Burlingame,
Burlingame. I'm not sure where that is.
New York.
Oh, no way. Wow. That's a place I haven't been. And I should. Our friend Daryl's been there.
Yes, Roland, I should sell hats on Blair's website.
Well, that's a great idea, Roland. Yes, yes. I was hoping to find a local manufacturer because then it's easier when you're going through the design process instead of something else.
Do you have a story about welding with hangers?
Welding with coat hangers?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So I was 10 years old when my folks said, okay, we think we can let you learn how to oxyacetylene weld. So Dad taught me. And, you know, we had fancy rod, but not very much of it. So he gave me a coat hanger. And I started the old metal coat hangers, and I started welding. And wow, this is great. And I burned through that rod, so I'd go back to the house and get another one. So pretty soon, Mom does laundry, and she can't find any more coat hangers. So she had to switch over to plastic because I burned up every coat hanger in the house learning how to weld. But they work pretty good. It's not something you recommend to people to use because there's so many impurities. I have no idea what those welds look like today, but I welded a lot of cars together using coat hanger. We're talking 50 years ago, so hey, yeah, I don't recommend it. I use TIG rod, less impurities, and that's what I use for welding with oxyacetylene or TIG. Buy the good stuff.
Dale from Saskatchewan says hello.
Far out. Good day, Dale, man.
And Kevin wants to know where you're at. I can't see the nomad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, where you at, Blair? Nomad looks good. Okay.
Yes, the Nomad is that away, about 20 feet. I'm just trying to stay away from it.
I'm thinking maybe he was asking where you live.
Oh, okay, well, sorry, didn't understand the question. West of Grand Prairie, Alberta, about half an hour. Just out here on the farm, just outside of the small village of Hythe. I'm looking forward to in about a week, they put up a giant, huge tree in the middle of the town square. Years ago, they set it down with a helicopter, but I mean, that looked pretty sketchy. So now they don't use a helicopter. But yeah, it's a beautiful little place. Everywhere you look, there's majestic mountains and, well, actually no, this is the prairies, right? Okay, so there's a few trees, a couple of dips, but it's
Sue
nice area.
wants to know if you like the 55 Nomad I sent you today.
The 55 Nomad, oh, the gray one, wait.
You must have got a picture.
I got a few pictures, actually. A lot of people sent me pictures of the gray one done for the Riddlers. I'm trying to remember, Greenland sent me, oh, I think it was red and white. I'm sorry, right now it escapes me. I will look at it afterwards. The Nomads, they have different chrome. There's a lot more things, you know, the side glass. It's big molded. The drip rails, you know, all that stuff I have to go over still. I mean, Cassidy got the body work done. I left the roof because I had it done. But now every time I walk past, I look at the drip rails again and I want it better, I want it better. I didn't ask her to do the inner door jambs because I have to do that. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do on the car. Boy, did I digress off of that
I
question.
will try to link Cassidy's YouTube after we're done this.
Okay, right on. Yes. Yeah.
Murray says hello from Ontario.
Right on. Hey,
Cameron wants to know, do you ever braise?
I used to break. I worked at a shop, Hobby Corner Auto Body in Edmonton, in the late 70s, early 80s, and we brazed all the panels on. We later discovered that wasn't a great idea. It's a great repair for many things. If you're welding cast iron, a stove door handle, tractor, exhaust manifold, there's a lot of places. It's a great method. But putting panels on the car, I don't recommend it. Now they have wire feed bronze welding, which is a different thing than brazing. So yeah, I have done a lot of brazing in my day. I took some of it. I took a welding course at Northern Alberta Institute of Technology and learned welding cast with brazing or cast rod or all with torches. So anyhow.
Richard says you just need to put a small house for Cassidy to live in on the property. She could spend more time working with you.
That's exactly it. We were talking about that. I got an old school bus out back we call Molly because it's all painted red and everything. One of the guys named it after Molly Alcampri. So there is definitely options. Cassidy, if you're watching this.
Sue says it was the one for sale in Ohio.
Oh, yeah, okay. And that's the thing, it's just, everything down there seems so cheap. So the price was good.
Because it's not rusty?
Yeah, it's just, and it's a long way to go from here.
Here's the big question. Who is painting the Nomad and is Lyle finishing the chrome?
Okay, well, I'll be painting the Nomad. I paint all the cars I work on. It's not arrogance, it's just, you know, some poor so-and-so has to polish it. And,
Matt?
well, yes, that's true. Now, if I had Matt here helping me polish, I might say, okay, you paint one side, I'll paint the other. Because it's up to the painter how easy it is to polish, and that's a huge, huge job. So when I'm done the car, I generally do all of the painting. I'm generally working by myself. I know down at Rust Bros, Cassidy painted some. I painted a bunch of them. Mike painted a couple. He had great fun talking about his marathon paint job because it had 26 miles of runs in it. But that was his first one, so he got over that.
Jake Ebert says hi, love your work and videos.
Hey, right on. Hey, Jake. Cheers,
He
man.
says your dad is amazing. Yes, he is.
He is amazing, and he's been unloading his truck all day, a 5-ton 1949 General Motors truck. And he pulled 2 anvils out of it today, and one is nickel-plated and a nickel-plated hammer. I gotta show you that. I mean, you think you have a nice anvil over here? Dad's always a topper. He's got a bigger anvil in his shop. He's got a chrome anvil in that shop. Anyhow, I gotta show you. It's a very cool anvil. Nice hammer.
So, what were the different grits of sandpaper used on the Nomad? And we started with 40 grit.
Excellent question. Now, if we strip it down with 40 and 80 grit 8-inch on a 5th pad. But for the body work, we start at 40 grit and then give it a few minutes to sort of start to tack up and get harder. And then we use 80 grit. And now we finished in 80 to that point. So now it's going to dry for a few days while I do other things, because in reality, your filler's going to shrink. It's going to do different things. This is on very thin, so it's not that big an issue. But if you're doing a lot of filler, it shrinks. You can paint it the next day and it may look great, but a couple of weeks later, it may or may not. So I want this to cure, and then I'm going to block it with the finer grit just to make sure it's still nice and straight. I don't want to have to prime the car twice. I'm perfectly happy with doing some spot priming here and there, where you have a burn through. It wasn't up to what you wanted. That's perfectly legit. But I don't want to have to prime a car twice. I'm not saying that's the wrong way. I'm saying I don't like sanding. So I want to get it right, straight, before the first prime. That's in a perfect world. So then I'll be sanding with 220 grit to start. And then I'll go up to 320, 400. I might do some light 600. It does depend on your top color, waterborne, solvent-based, many things come into it. But that's generally the grits we use.
So Scotty wants to know if you like 67 to 72 C10s.
Oh yeah, those are great trucks. I've wrecked a couple of those. Those are nice. Those ones are tough again if you're doing a really fancy job, because the doors curve in at the front and back and the fenders curve in. So if you want to make a bullet show straight, you've got a lot of work to do and probably a few zip cuts to get everything straight. But what a cool truck. What a great design. How come they don't make those nowadays?
Because they just aren't aerodynamic enough.
Okay, I'd hate to be that right all the time, okay? See what I've got to do?
Do you wet sand and polish?
Absolutely. Because I don't have a $200,000 booth. And even if I did, it is seldom, in my experience, that the perfect paint job comes out of a gun. Now, my friend Rubber Arm, John, Midnight Paint and Body, I remember one day he called me over to his shop. He painted a C10, as a matter of fact. And he said, look at the hood. And it was perfect. And it was out of the gun. And it was just perfect. That doesn't really happen that often, where it's absolutely perfect. Now, most of it's really good. Go to a factory paint job. It is not perfect. It's shiny, looks good. We love it. Here's 100 grand, drive your truck home. I can't do that. I've got to wet sand and polish to make sure there's no dust, no texture, and a little bit extra of perfectly straight if I'm fortunate, right?
Is your dad filling up the new shop yet?
He is filling up the new shop. Yeah, like I say, he's had parts, tools, stuff in the back of his 49 5-ton, a year and a half. So now we're unloading it. He's been doing most of it himself and getting that shop set up. So that's pretty cool. We got to bolt his hoist down. He's got it set up. We got to get it bolted down to the floor. He's got some wrenches to pull on a few vehicles, including his '05 GMC. Now that was a write-off we got when it was brand new. And I did the body work on it. And Dad fixed up any of the mechanical, and he's been driving that since '05. And it was a complete wreck. And it's a nice diesel pickup truck. But it's time for a few touch-ups, a few things to repair.
What's the one tool in your shop you cannot live without?
Wow.
Besides me.
Princess. Oh boy. I don't know. That's a hard one. Geez. Can I live without? You know, when you, that's really, I don't know. If you had to say, hammers are very important. Anything can be a dolly. Anything can be a hammer. So I'm afraid that's an excellent question. I'm going to have to think about that. Wow. Yeah. Welders are pretty important. But of course you can glue stuff on nowadays.
Will you use epoxy primer on the Nomad?
Parts of it, yes. Absolutely. I'm a huge fan of epoxy primer. Over the years, in collision shops, zinc chromate, vinyl wash, all kinds of things to inhibit rust starting again. Epoxy has always been a pain in the butt to use. You have to wait a long time before you can top coat it. For various reasons, it wasn't very good for assembly line style bodywork, but I've always used it, really liked it. The polyester I'm using on this particular car is Evercoat. It's direct to metal, which they're telling me is like using an epoxy. So that's what I'm using. The other polyesters I used told me not to put it over epoxy, and that starts to bug you when you're not using what you think is the best. But technology changes. Everything changes. So you try to stay current. And that's why, you know, the poor paint reps that show up here, or when I go to a trade show, I've got a lot of questions because there's a lot of new stuff out there and it's pretty tough to stay current. So, yes, I love epoxy.
Have you ever tried leading with a torch?
Oh, absolutely. It's really difficult with a normal torch. You know, I'm using my torch set. I don't have the right head. If I had a C tank or a propane tank, I mean, that's the way it's easier to lead. It's a softer flame, it's a wider flame, spreads out your heat. I've done it with the torch, the oxyacetylene, mostly. But you really got to be careful, you got to move fast. So right now my issue has been trying to get tinning compound shipped into Canada without having to buy 10 bazillion pounds of it, right? So
Kyle figures you're a legend.
in my own mind, at least, yes, and thank you for that. Hey man, I owe $10
They're
now.
going to get monetized so they can donate.
I'm not sure what that means. I thought we were monetized. I mean, we get a few bucks every time 1,000 people watch. Definitely not making a living. But yeah, I don't know how all that stuff works. I build cars. I'm being drugged, kicking and screaming into the 21st century. So I do my best. Money always sounds good, but I don't know about working and hopefully, you know, you get paid for it.
And Dale painted a C10 in a quiet industrial warehouse area on the side of the street, and it turned out fine.
I'm wondering if that,
Tons of paint.
no way. You see, Every body man is at one point or another painted with a trouble light in one hand and a paint gun in the other. Dirt floor, whatever. I mean, Bad Chad, talks about going to some place and buying a $50 paint gun. Heck, I've done that. Now, I don't do it on the client build, but you could. So you can turn out great paint jobs under poor conditions if you hold your mouth right.
Kevin says hello.
Hey there. Howdy, Kevin.
Roland wants to know if the Nomad was dipped in acid.
It had one of the most thorough sandblasting jobs I've ever seen. These guys had a Red Deer. It was on rotisserie, so everywhere. It was really impressive. Car looked great when I saw pictures. They found a lot of weak parts.
Yes, Earl must have heat in the new shop.
He does have heat in the new shop, and he's pretty happy about that. It's quite comfortable in there. So yes, now he can actually get some work done. And just in the nick of time. We had 16 below here, I think, this morning. But it'll be above 0 Celsius for above all week, to the best of my knowledge. And that's what I want to get on Patrick Angle's parts.
Yes, Patrick, I don't think so, not tonight. You wanted to know if I'd come on screen for a few questions.
Oh, yeah, well, it's not up to her. I control where the camera points, right?
I control asking you questions.
Ooh, that's true. Yeah, she's got me there. Don't upset your producer, right? Or the editor. You know what she could do to me? Oh, my word.
Did Blair ever use vinyl wash primer?
Yes, absolutely. I'm that old. It was a great stuff, pretty toxic, but we could mix it and it didn't have a bad pot life. Like you could leave it there for a long time, re-stir it. That was a good primer, I thought. It was the best we had for the conditions. We didn't have epoxy then.
And I think our internet is coming and going a bit, because you're going blurry and then coming back, so.
Oh. Well, it is late at night. It's starting to fade. Sorry.
Sorry, Jake, trying.
Wow. It could be his internet.
So if you look up the company Eastwood, they have tinning compound.
Yes, I did. But I couldn't get it shipped to Canada when I tried that. I had to buy a case, which it was a weird number case, 50, I forget. It was a lot. And it was the powder. I'm wanting the paste, preferably, but I mean, I'll take that. But most of the leading I did was with the paste, which is really easy. I have, now that you mention it, I do have most of my lead stuff right here. Like, I've got some pretty nice lead
Can you
paddles.
talk, I'll move the internet closer.
Oh, okay. She's going to move the hub,
Yep.
something like that. So, what I was doing, for those who can't see what I'm doing, I have some really great lead tools, and it takes years to collect the stuff you want. I'm going to find a couple over here because I have never seen some of these. Oh boy. Find that. Oh geez. Well, if you make a lot of noise, it sounds like you're busy, right? So when the boss is on the other side of the wall. Okay, so it's basically the files you use are these files, right? Now this one's curved.
Is that better?
This one's flat. Oh, she's wondering if you have a better reception now. Now look at that file. Now that's pretty freaking cool, right? So I actually find sanding lead easier to blend in than body filler. It just seems to sand off and blend perfectly with minimal effort. So I do enjoy lead. I do understand that you shouldn't inhale a lot of lead. That it's not a good thing for you. So naturally we gravitated toward plastic and other unnamed, unpronounceable chemicals, which they tell us is much better for us. So Yeah, and now I'm trying to think what the heck should I do with the world's coolest files that I have. And I go, wow, someday I can show those off. And yeah, I would like to do some more lead. Maybe I'll do some lead on my car. Because I will try to do a little bit from time to time, stay in practice.
Cameron says, I had a moth do the backstroke across my freshly painted hood.
Yes, I get that. I've had a horse fly. It's amazing the distance they can get, right? And what can you do at that point? I mean, they're sitting there flapping away, making a mess. You can't squash them. You can try tweezers. It's a real freaking drag, and you're hoping it's not a metallic or a pearl or something like that, right? So yes, I understand the pain, dude.
What vehicle did you get your first ticket in?
My first ticket? What do you mean? Who says I have a ticket? Tickets? You mean like a driving ticket for doing something illegal? Doesn't sound like me.
How many hours do you think you have in the Monad already?
Ooh, okay. I do keep. Okay, this is one thing, no messing around when you're doing cars. This is your livelihood. You write down every freaking thing you do. Door separate from fender, fender separate from front of fender. So I'll be able to tell you exactly in a couple of days, because that's what it's all about. You need to make a living. You have to be able to justify your work. You have to write it down. It has to make sense. If it takes you 12 hours to bolt in an ashtray, you're not going to get a second ashtray to work on, right? So we keep track of everything. And this is the thing, you know, Cassidy and I, every night, okay, what did you do? What did I do? Great, write it down, keep track of it. I don't really want to venture a guess. A couple of 100 hours in metal, 10 days, you know, there could be 150 hours in body work, but I think that's way high. I will check it to find out.
Barry wants to know, will you help your client with the color selection?
I don't want to. Because what if it sucks, right? You know what it takes to repaint a vehicle? I mean, taking it apart, putting it back together. Wow. No, I don't want to get involved in picking apart. Now, if I really don't think something works, I might suggest they talk to someone else who has better taste than I. Lyle knows his colors. This is going to be awesome. I now see what he's working towards. It's going to be great. Just because I'm not a fan of candies or tri-coats, because I got to spray them and match them, doesn't mean it's not a great choice.
Joseph says, cheers all the way from Guam.
Holy. Again, a rust-free zone, right? Like, they got to have, well, probably not a lot of cool old Chevys, but they might. Yeah, they probably got some.
So how'd the shelving go?
Oh, shelving's awesome. I have to get more. Yeah, I really like it. I'm hoping Lou lent her truck out, so if we get it back tomorrow, we'll go grab some more shelving tomorrow. And there'll be some big changes. Like, it'll make quite a difference in here and out there.
And they want to know if your book includes your consumables.
Yes, actually. Yeah, because you have to, you know, it's like the old 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. You know, imagine you're in jail and you're counting the days off. You always see the cartoons. So, when I finish grinding, you know, with a $6 disc, at lunchtime I'll go, how many? Oh yeah, 3. 1, 2, 3. And at the end of the day, oh yeah, because if you lose track of that, you're losing money. And you're not trying to make a bunch of money off materials, you're trying to recover your costs so that you get to work again. That's what it comes down to. Anybody can make $1 million, but you'll never get a second job if you do that.
Kevin wants to know, could a person ever come and work with you for a bit?
Oh, well, I always say never. Yeah, no, it's, you know, it depends. Highly experienced, not experienced. I mean, Jeez. Yes, I'm going to need a hand at some point here. A couple of pals have offered to come up and give me a hand. I know John and Chris, doing a 66 Impala, talked about coming up for a visit, which means I'd say, hey, how you doing? Have some paper. Yeah, just move back and forth over there. Yeah, I'm going to need some help at some point, but that's a really tough thing to gauge.
So Corey says, hey, from Red Deer.
Wow, okay, Red Deer, that's where the Nomad's from. Right on. And that's where it's going back. You will see the Nomad before most people.
Will the Pontiac engine return to the Pirate?
Oh, well,
Hopefully, mostly.
I believe so. We have to go back to see Heritage Brothers Diesel and Automotive. Heritage Brothers Automotive and Diesel Repair. I'm so sorry, Jason and Tara. I always get it wrong. I mean, Reese and River and Justin, I remember them. I mean, they helped save the trip for us. So we want to get back, pick up the motor, and then Lou can rebuild it.
Bella John will show up with sandpaper in hand.
Oh, yeah, most excellent. Knew who could count on them. Right on.
So since you've driven coast to coast, was there any part of the country you thought you could live?
Oh, absolutely.
The north.
There's so many places. I mean, wow, that's the thing, is until you can fly over the country, you can drive across the country. There's something about having on a motorcycle or with the roof down where you're in the country. You see so much more, you seem like you're more in tune with it. I don't know, that sounds pretty hippy-dippy, but I could have stayed. I mean, I used to have a habit of sort of moving around every 6 months or so and checking out some new place and living in a shop and building cars. I could do that again. There are some great towns and some great people. This is a great country. Absolutely plan on doing more of that, but taking more time instead of, we gotta get there, let's go. It's gonna be, well, maybe we leave today, maybe tomorrow. That's the way I want to do it. That wasn't a shot at anybody in particular.
When we're back in Red Deer, Corey would like to meet up.
All right, well, that's a possibility. We will be back there. I'm not sure when, but keep an eye out, or send me a message on my Instagram, blair.smith.2, and possibly that could work out.
And yeah, Mark is in his 60s, done paint and body for years.
Oh, young fella, right on.
Love your show.
Good, excellent. Yes, it's, it used to be every town had a guy, you bump into the fence when you're backing out of the driveway. Oh, there's a guy. And you go down the back alley and there's a guy. And he fixes cars on the side. That's not easy to find anymore. It just doesn't happen. We need more
Steve
guys,
says hi
girls.
from Utica, Kentucky.
Wow,
I think I probably said that wrong, but
Kentucky. Well, cheers to you, man. Far out. That's gonna be way east, way south.
do
Wow.
you have a Facebook account?
What's that?
Facebook.
He does?
You.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Um,
right, I do.
Blair Smith.
It is under my name, yes.
Yes, and look for your picture.
Blair Smith, am I wearing a hat? Yes, I
You look
am.
all cool in your white shirt.
Oh, yes, that's right. I was leaning against a railing at somebody's wedding, not mine. Yeah, and they took a picture and I went, I'll have that. Thank you. Thank you, Tara.
How long before you get back to the Model A?
Oh, man. I tell you what, this is what it all comes down to. Getting organized. That's why I'm so hung up on getting some shelving, getting the tools lined up, getting the shelving out there, getting the car off the hoist, because I want to start having fun, right? Working on my stuff a little bit. Watch Bad Chad there having all the fun. Well, heck, I want to do some of that stuff on my car. So, it'll be soon. It comes down to get organized first. Once I'm organized, then I have a lot of flexibility. That's the plan, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. And if I drink enough coffee, I don't have to sleep, right? So that helps.
Well, Cedar Van Isle, loving your vibe.
Van Isle. Vancouver Island? Van Isle. Oh no. I got that wrong, I think. So, yeah, it's Sunday night is like Sunday night dinner with Dad. Try to take life easy. but I'm kind of hyped up about the organizing thing. And, trying to put off having to work in the car by myself. So I intend to spend some more time tonight moving parts, organizing Bailey's Camaro parts, getting more of those shelves, and really get things dialed in. I generally only work on one car at a time. I don't want to get distracted. I want to focus on what I'm doing. I will bring in a small job, build a hood scoop, change a quarter, something small, just to give you a break, a mental health break, if you will. It's kind of fun, changes it up a little bit. So, but in general, I bring in a big job like Lyle's. That's it. That's the focus. Get it done. Do it well. Do once. So the other stuff is just for fun.
Did Cassidy make it in time for her flight? Tell
Regrettably,
about the fog.
what's that?
The fog.
Yeah, regrettably, yes. But what I was really hoping for, and it was kind of funny, we get to the airport, it's a beautiful day, but the airport's fogged in. So I'm laughing, I'm bugging her. Oh, you're not going to get to take off. They did postpone her flight because the whole airport's socked in. I'm downtown, sunny, beautiful. The airport's socked in. I know, because Lou tried to take me flying. We drove in the sunshine, got me through security, and they canceled the flight because it's fogged in. So I go downtown, book another flight, go back to the airport. It's fogged in again, and the rest of the town is sunny and clear. So there was a real possibility she wasn't going to get off the ground, and I think she was starting to get a bit anxious about it.
So here's a question. Was that show fake you were in? The guy from BC bought land on a napkin or something?
Oh, no. That's real. Okay. So I went down there going, well, at least I can spend a couple of weeks and see what this is all about. How do they do it? I know JF was on some shows, and I'd asked him, how does it work? What's it really like? Is it real? What's going on? So I was really interested to go down. And when I got there, and I saw the Field of Dreams, and I saw what Mike was charging people for paint jobs, I'm like, you're kidding me. I thought that was just for this show. That's ridiculous. And apparently it was real. So they wrote out, it was a sheet of paper. It might not have been a napkin. Could have been a napkin. But it wasn't anything official. It was, yeah, what you saw there, that's a real deal. If you ever really want to, annoy someone who's stuck in a bad real estate situation, you ask them, what did your lawyer tell you?
Wayne Kennedy wants to know, how's your Harley?
Oh, it's right over there in the lean-to. Back tire's low. I've got to take the carb apart. I've got a leak into the crankcase. So I got to fix that. Lou's Harley needs a new coil. So Righteous Cycles, he's out of here a few miles. He's going to drop me off a new coil for it. It's a dual fire. I also am looking at hopefully buying back one of my bikes that I bought from a good pal of mine. Mark changed the motor because I ended up melting it down. He put in another motor, which is even more awesome. And I've been bugging him for a few years to sell it back to me, and he might.
So here's a nice comment. Organizing makes you feel good. Hope you remember where everything gets put away.
That's an excellent point. I mean, that's the problem when someone tries to help you out and come in and clean up your shop. You're ruined for weeks until you figure out where they thought stuff should go. So luckily, Mike never had that problem, right? Because it never happened. Wait, I'm not trying to pick on Mike. I really shouldn't. I'm sorry about that. I got to take that back.
Is the Chrome for the Nomad organized for you?
Yes, actually,
Very much.
almost. I do have there's 2 tables that are still designated Nomad only, and I'm buying another one of these shelves. It's extremely organized. Nothing can go missing. And I had a few people in the focus group talk about putting tin or I forget the other person, some kind of material on top of the shelves so it doesn't come like a Jinko game.
Jenga.
That's it. Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. So yes, and also a few people mentioned wheels, and I think that's a good idea. I'm gonna get some wheels for it. I do read the comments. I don't always have time to comment to it, and sometimes my phone does weird things.
So the closest airport is Grand Prairie.
Yes, well, yes. The closest real airport to fly into is Grand Prairie, which is only, well, it's like 55 kilometers, but it's on a 4-lane divided highway, so you can do, if you're Lou, about 190 miles an hour. So it doesn't take long to get there. There is some private airstrips around here, there was.
Well aboard 10,000. Do you need an armchair supervisor for cheap? No, that's what he's got me for.
Good point, Lou. Good point. Yes, but it sounds like a terrific job. I'd like to apply for it myself. Yes. So, I mean, that's the thing. It gets so much easier and more enjoyable. Like the last week's just been fun. Having a good time. You got someone to share the pain with, get this job done. And it goes really well. But it's got to be more organized and clean.
Hi, Rodell.
Hey, howdy, Rodell. Rodell builds a lot of cars.
I don't know what a Williams got, so.
No, and me and him worked on a couple of cars. We did a Pontiac with a big block in it. Yanked the motor, and I just saw it come up for sale, and we did that 10 years ago or something. Car still looked freaking awesome. So yeah, hey, Rodell.
The editing program is Wondershare for Filmora.
And that means something to a lot of people, I'm sure.
After all these years of creating cars, what keeps you motivated?
Oh, that's a great question. It's always different. Every time you go to make a panel, every time you start a car, you get to do the before and after, right? I worked for a fellow who had a shop called B&A Auto Body, and it took me a while to figure it out. Before and after. What a great freaking name. So it's a transition, transformation, if you will, which is what some TV company always said. So yes, you're starting with something that's pretty rough, and you're making it as good as you can for the budget that you have. And if the budget isn't right, don't do it. But
Morgan from Arizona Mountains.
oh yeah. So Morgan, I'm gonna need more explanations, even if you message me. So you live up in the mountains in Arizona, which after talking to you, I realize doesn't mean it's freaking hot all the time. And you're working on a Fairland. So you can go to my Blair.Smith. What's that? Instagram. Right. And send me a couple of pictures of your build. I'm quite curious. And we have been that way a couple of times, and you never know.
Have you ever owned your favorite car?
I don't really know what my favorite car is. It can change daily. Right now, it's the one that has the most gas in the tank. Yeah.
And yeah, we're not going to get into how Blair and I met.
Eventually, down the road.
It was quite a few years ago.
Yeah, there we go. So, yes, that'll come up eventually. And she'll be working on motors here. I guess I'm gonna have to get organized. My friend Brandon, we brought in some of his parts to clean up, so we gotta get them organized. Brandon has a 70 Le Mans we worked on. It's in primer now. He's looking at maybe putting a small block in it, not sure. So there's always cars to work on, and it's the fun. The fun of it, a lot of times, is not doing a high-end job, just finding the parts you need to do a job. I'm looking forward to, I found out about a 34 International pickup truck today. So I've got to go talk to some people and try to find out if it's available.
Have you ever met the Cold War Motors guys?
No, I haven't. That's new to me. Just go to my Instagram, send me a link. I'm not sure who they are. I don't get out of my shop much. This is what I've done my whole life. I go mining. I work on cars. It used to be every couple of weeks I'd jump on the bike and disappear for a week or so. Because here there's no corners, right? So you got to ride somewhere. It takes you a day to get there before you can lean. Anyhow, I haven't been out and about to meet these people. I'm trying to do that now as I try to slow things down and try to smell a few more roses than I have in the last few years. kind of want to get out and about. That's why I want to go to someone else's house and work for a day and hear their stories and see their car. That's the kind of stuff that makes life interesting. Listening, not talking. But I seem to be talking quite a bit, don't I?
Thanks, Roland, I'll check into it. I didn't realize people would steal stuff from YouTube. Never thought about it.
I think, yeah, people can take your whole video and post it up on their channel. I've heard about that stuff. I never thought I was gonna have to worry about that. I've had people take the chrome off my car. And again, I didn't worry about it. I mean, they obviously needed it really bad.
So do you ever get inspired by other car builders?
Absolutely. I tell you, like in Fredericton, you know, I'm sitting there cleaning up the car. Okay, I'm leaning on the car. And I look across the grass field, and there's Chad and Jolene, and they got some brown Ford that he chopped the roof off and did a bunch of cool stuff. And I'm like, that's the guy. So you walk and talk to this guy, and after talking to him for a few minutes, I'm like, how come I'm not working on my own stuff? And that's why I brought the Model A in. There's so many people building some cool car. I met some guys in Montreal just down the road from her sister's place. And it's a group of them who all get together in this one shop with all these weird tools and build these incredibly cool cars that nobody knows about. And just to see that, they're not there for making money or going to the show and winning first place. These guys are really into what they're doing, and you listen to them, and they're so passionate and freaking smart. You go, wow, I could just hang out here for a week or so, I think. So that's why going to someone else's shop doesn't matter if they've only done body work for a year. I'm gonna hear their stories, I'll probably learn a few things, and I'm gonna have fun. It's a positive experience.
So Mark says when he wins Killer Customs Camaro,
Oh, yeah.
for a cruise and can help have some fun like bad chat stuff.
Yeah. Now, like JF, he's been a riot to work for. He's given away the Killer Customs Camaro.
Yeah, 50-50.
50-50 Camaro. Look it up, Killer Customs TV. Check out his, I think he's got a website as well as YouTube, Instagram. You gotta check out what JF and Teresa have been doing. Right now they're showing a series of driving across the country, the US country, with a flat deck, a car hauler. Anyhow.
Cameron's right, body men try to beat up rusty vehicles.
Absolutely, shoemaker's wife goes barefoot, 100%, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, working on cars is cool. It's like people work in anything a little bit, it's not mainstream. There's people who work on just quads, airplanes. Airplanes is kind of pretty cool. They do a lot of really cool work.
Have you ever heard of Des Paint Shop? They're in Ottawa 50 years ago.
Wow, no, you see, that's the problem is I never spent much time looking around at what was out there.
We'll take the fifth of the next one.
Oh, okay. So, I don't really know what's going on, but that's
Des
all right.
did a 55 Nomad in Candy Apple Red. That's what I was asking.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Okay, and now there's John Kelly who's been working on a Nomad. I don't know where he is, but I saw his car and I subscribed to his YouTube, and he's taking it to a shop doing quarters. They've done the quarters. Pretty cool Nomad. It's surprising how many of a particular car there is. You don't realize it till you're working on one, and suddenly they start popping up all over, right? Kind of cool.
So Carabua says he had an AMC 76 Hornet and had a big CB radio antenna on it.
Oh, yeah.
Back then, everybody had CB radio.
And he was styling, right? That's a cool car. Hell,
Oh, sorry, I lost you.
even a Pacer is an incredibly cool car nowadays, right? I used to drive a 57 Pontiac when I was 16, and I had the giant square house speaker stuck in the back window. If I had ever bumped into anything, it would have taken my head off. But wow, I was styling. Nice stuff.
Cameron says, my sister lives in Grand Prairie. Don't you know her?
Well, actually, no, I don't. No. There's a lot of people here, 80,000 roughly. But that's in the big smoke. I'm out in the countryside here, hiding away.
I'm not supposed to tell anybody, but you can sing.
I can sing. Uh-oh. Where was I singing? Don't want to know. All right. Yes. So, this is going to be an interesting week. It's going to be tough now without having Cassidy here to help out. I've got to come up with something. The underside of this hood on the Nomad, I was going to make up some metal brackets that looked factory-ish and glue them. And now I'm going, is that the best way to go? Do I spend a bunch of the client's money and get some aluminum and try to bend up something, machine something? I'm not really sure. I mean, when you open the hood on a Lyle car, you're looking at the motor and how cool it is, and you don't generally look up too much. But this is one of the things I have to think about this week, because I want to finish the hood, I want to prime it, but I have to figure out the support system before I do that.
We have a hay from Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, wow, that's also, yeah. It's a big country down there.
Oh, Morgan's going to cook dinner for his wife. So.
Oh, right on. Excellent. Good dude. Domestic bliss. Right on. So this week we're going to do the hood up. Oh, we did have the proper latches come in, so I may have a bit of fabricating on the inner doors, which I have to do. The focus group, I forget the fellow's name right now. I forgot to put a tab in for the rear tail light to mount on the right-hand side. I need to do that before I prime. I have measurements that Lyle sent me for the rear bumper width, so I want to check that. Once I prime, I'm going to reshape the exhaust to bring it down about 1.5 inches over top of the axle. I have inner front fenders. I got to double check their fit. Anyhow, it's just.
So Corey wants to know if you can show us where the bracket is needed. He could try to take his phone with him.
Okay, it may not work. And do I have the old bracket here? But I could. Boy, don't ask much, do you? I mean, okay, right here, there's supposed to be a bracket that goes across like that.
Not really like that.
So one of the guys on the focus group noticed, Blair, you messed up. And he was right. And I forgot.
Is the hood on the Nomad good?
No, it isn't. No, I've got it crowned up and it's good. But imagine you slam the hood, it's only a slight crown, and you drive down 20,000 miles of road with the thing going, mee. So I just want something underneath it so it will never be a problem. It's simple. Many ways to do it. I got to decide how.
No.
So.
Yeah, he was thinking maybe somebody would have some other ideas.
Yeah, actually, absolutely. I am totally open to it. I am never the last word. You have to be open-minded. You have to be willing to listen, as I said before. And right now, all you're seeing is talking. But I'm a pretty good listener, so any options, send them to me. Drawings, ideas, I'm happy to hear them. And I'm surprised, actually, this has been a problem. The 67 to 72 Chevy trucks, every one of them, hoods like this. You would think the aftermarket would develop something to solve that problem. There's all kinds of vehicles that have that. So maybe I should. You're right. Why don't I do it? I should. I could make the $11. Yeah.
327 Motorsports says hi.
Hey, Sean. It is Sean, right? Oh, doesn't have it. Yes. How you doing, man? Right on. Met him a few times out east. Met him at Rustbro's, actually.
He's about to start his 78 C10.
Oh, cool. Right on.
They want to know if you're going to put the hidden fuel filler behind the taillights.
No. I mean, we could. But to this point, no. Yeah, 57s had that. Some 56s had it. 55s, some of them might have had it. I'm not sure.
I think Matt came up with a solution. He says he'll talk to you later.
Excellent. Well, I don't want him to post or send me a message. Just drive up here. I'll flatten his tires and you can hang out for a week and we'll talk about it. All right.
Anyways, we've taken up a lot of their time.
Yes. So I should start moving some more stuff around here. you know, next weekend it'd probably be around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I would think instead. Today, just there's always things going on. Life is life, and it's kind of freaking cool. So I'm trying to take part in it a bit more than I have in the past. So
There's somebody on here that looks like Latch and Bose. It's my birthday today.
Latch and Bows,
Happy birthday.
happy birthday to you. Right on. At the young old age of, they don't say?
It says 8.
8, far out. Well, happy birthday. It's been a long time since I've been 8. So cheers to you. You have a few years to decide on your future set of wheels. And what's it going to be? Excellent.
So 327 Motorsports, will you be going back to Fred Rod again or anywhere close to Ontario?
We will be going to Fredericton to pick up our blowing up motor.
And deliver parts there.
Oh, we have to deliver parts to Heritage Brothers Automotive and Diesel Repair. So, and yeah, check out their YouTube and sign up to them. They're just under 1,000. So check out Heritage Brothers, give them a subscribe. Pretty interesting stuff. They have an interesting collection. He knows a lot of people. Tara knows a lot of people, good people. They drove across the country with us on a whim. Went up to talk. They both jumped in the ocean. Pretty cool people. The staff is great. Check them out, Heritage Brothers, and give them a subscribe.
We've been corrected.
Oh.
327 Motorsports.
Oh man, I keep missing it. Really? It's Heritage Brothers, isn't it?
Oh, we don't have the trunk lid anymore. I was gonna say it's on there.
Oh, right. Well, look for it.
Yeah, we like
Fredericton.
being in Vermilion. That was fun.
Oh man, Vermilion's great. And I mean, that was not far from where I spent a lot of time growing up. Vermilion, what a great show too. Incredible rodeo, lawn tractor racing. It was great.
You're like a real life Santa Claus.
Wait a minute. Oh boy, I gotta start dyeing this or what? Now, everyone thinks I dye my mustache. I don't. I don't know what's going on, but it's not gray. Probably from painting gray vehicles. That's it. Should be jet black. So, anyhow, I guess I'm going to sign off here pretty quick. I want to say thank you for stopping in, checking us out. If you have questions, comments, anything you're wondering about, save them up for next Tuesday, or you can message me on my Instagram. We're going to get a lot done on the Nomad. Yeah, it's a Cassidy free zone now, so I will be working very hard on the Nomad this week. And at nighttime, I'm going to be getting the other side ready so that the Firebird can go over there and the Camaro parts can come out and I can start working on Bailey's car and Patrick Angle's car can get near the hoist because I want to. It's kind of a fun job, bit of a mental health break. So thank you for your time. I'm happy to give of mine. Like I say, save up your questions, comments, let us know. Cheers to you guys, and we shall see you in the coming week. Cheers.
Stop it.
I don't know. It's asking me things.